Welcome to Alternative Soundcheck. My name is Casey McCabe, and today we are headed to Phoenix, Arizona, joined by Adam and Eddie of Dropout Kings. How are you, gentlemen?
What's
Doing
good?
good. How are you?
Man. Thank you for having us.
Good. I'm good. What's going on in Arizona? Are you getting snow like I am where I am right now?
Definitely not.
No?
It's like what, probably like 60
I think
degrees.
it's like 60 degrees.
It's
It's,
like
Yeah.
60?
it's sunny. It's a beautiful day out here right
Yeah, it
It's-
really is.
It's pretty much like that year round.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it's hot.
I mean, it gets like
Yeah.
120 in the summer.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's like
It gets really
it's
hot.
roasting, but obviously this is the time to be here for sure.
Do you guys ever get out and like switch it up? Are you like snowboarders, skiers?
Nah,
No?
nothing like that. Yeah.
No, I moved to AZ from Minnesota, so like
Yeah.
I used to live in the opposite. And when I was there, I was saying I was like sledding and stuff. But
You had the tubes, you had this, like, you kept it easy. You kept it easy.
yeah, did this stay on that entry level. It was good enough for me.
Well, that's good. You guys are sticking to music. So, I mean, kind of take us back. Like, what's the music scene like in Phoenix, especially for Dropout Kings?
There's a lot of both worlds out here. I mean, as far as like the hardcore music scene goes, I mean, it's a lot of heavier acts, for the most part, but then there's also like a very strong and like awesome hip hop scene out here too. So it's very diverse in that sense. So I kind of feel like we fit pretty good in the middle of that.
Well, not just in Phoenix. I mean, you also just came off tour with Head PE and Nonpoint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
how was it getting back out on the road and just being out on stage performing in front of fans?
Yeah, it was definite. I mean, it took some getting used to. I mean, even just like talking to people in person again. I mean, I remember I asked this guy how he was doing like 3 times in one conversation. And I was like, all right, I got to relearn how to talk to people now.
Just kind of that awkward talk, like, hey,
Yeah, it was just...
It's funny because we're already like one of the, I mean, I guess it's like a lot of metal bands, but we'll be like super chill. We're like, oh yeah, like thanks for coming to the show. And then we get on the stage and we're like, we're going in, everybody's going in, wrecking the place, and then we're back off the stage like, hey man, so glad you have fun.
Yeah.
And so like it's like hella funny, but it was really good. Like Happy E was really cool. They were very down to earth band, and that was like a very this was a super dope experience, like being on tour with them, knowing that they've obviously kind of been there and done that before, and to see them kind of be like, oh, we're gonna pass y'all the torch and you guys can run with it and pick up your thing. And the same with Nonpoint, they were really cool too, and like just reached out and when we met them all in person, they were just like very like just chill guys. And they're like, yo, we heard what y'all are doing, like keep it up, and hopefully we can go on some more tours again in the future. So it was a fun time for sure.
The crowds were cool too, because like you could tell now they realize like it could all be gone tomorrow, so I feel like that resonated a lot every night, with people for the most part. So yeah, it was cool. It was
it goes both ways. I mean, for the fans, but also for you on stage.
Right.
I mean, is that sort of a therapeutic thing to get out there and perform and be back?
Yeah, definitely is.
It was really after being, especially we were getting so used to going on more tours and doing more things and getting more active, and we had a lot of big plans. Like a lot of people did during 2020 and the COVID and stuff was going on, and as intense as it was. So it was cool for us to get the opportunity and be able to take advantage of it, to get back out there as quick as we did, and then to just receive that energy, and people were just like actually like excited to see us, and they were like, man, we've been waiting to come out to a show, and we got to touch different places that we haven't even been to yet on any tours period. So overall the experience was definitely positive, and it's got us like kind of just hyped up to see what we can even do next year, do it bigger and better. So
yeah.
So I mean, going in that, I mean, do you have kind of things you want to retool and redo or do differently when you head out on tour? And is it February?
Yeah, we February 3rd through the 27th. With Varsity and Guerrilla Warfare. That one's gonna be fun. But we're definitely gonna try to mess with the set a little bit, try a couple different things. than we normally do. We want to try to squeeze like another song or two in if possible. But yeah, we definitely want to try some different stuff.
And, for those watching who have never been to one of your shows, a Dropout King show, what can they expect? How should they prepare themselves?
Definitely drink a lot of water that day.
Hey, stay hydrated.
Yeah, drink a lot of water that day. It's very high energy, and like we try to get like in the crowd a lot, get the crowd hyped up and everything. It's I feel like the main thing people tell us every night was like the energy, it's just like every single time. So
ready
it's
to
cool.
Be passionate.
Yeah.
Have a good time. Like
right.
We like people jumping and moving and screaming and singing the words with us and whatever. So like, I mean, this man literally has like got off the stage and like climbed on top of bars. He's still spitting the lyrics. Like everybody's like, yo, I like be over here, and I look at him like I don't even know where he's at. He's like out in the middle of the pit. We be over here going and climbing stuff, man. We're trying to go in. So when you come to our show, you could definitely expect to see us on stage moving and giving it our all too. So
definitely,
it's always, and the more people get into it, of course, like any show, it's just it makes it more fun experience for everybody.
Right.
And on this last tour, we had a lot of good responses in that sense. Where like we were like, oh, well, let's see if we can get a pit started tonight at this show because some of the other bands maybe were smoother or they their music maybe wasn't hitting as hard. So we were like, okay, let's see if we could get it going. And then when we got up there and started turning up, people that had never heard us were just like, yo, what is this? And they start throwing each other on the ground and picking each other up and going. And then you're just like, that's what I want to see. Let's go.
Man, we're looking forward to February. And, along with Glitch Gang, the album, it's been out since April, but you guys re-released it, correct?
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, with this material, is there, even newer material that you guys are working on now?
Yeah. We're working on a whole record. We're prepping to drop a new single in the near future. Working on a video for that right now. Got the artwork done. So we're prepping for that. And then, we got a whole album ready.
So how do you guys kind of evolve and, take your sound to the next level?
I mean, I think a part that stands out to me is like everyone in the band is an artist and you're good. An artist in like other ways besides just like what they do in the band. So we have a lot of ideas coming from an inspiration that's not just necessarily from music. So it kind of helps us think about things maybe in a different light besides just being like, oh, we're going to do metal and do hip hop. The way we incorporate maybe like how we like anime or we like a certain movie or different things, and you can sneak them in. And I feel like it's kind of just like, it's not new. Like people have done it, of course, and shouted out stuff all throughout time in music, but the way that we've been sneaking it in while mixing the genres kind of just adds another layer on top and gives it like a very unique feeling where even if you've heard someone do like rap and metal before, it still doesn't quite sound like, the way that we do it, obviously. And in addition to that, the lyrics and stuff, the way we like to break them down, it can connect to people from a lot of different walks of life. And I think that's like something that we focus on, like besides obviously just working on the sound, which is more organic. I don't necessarily think about the sound.
Mm-hmm.
We just are we know that we want it to be, we want it to hit heavy and be really powerful and impactful. And when we have ideas that just like we spitball them to each other and we hear them and you're just like, that sticks. Like that's when I can see people screaming back at us, you know what I mean? And we just kind of run with it. It's not too complicated. We try to keep it as simple as we can, I think.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
One that you talk about hitting heavy, I think, is Devil's Playground, the single that we're going to play. And, what was kind of the process, going in? How do you create this song? What was it like? Do you start with lyrics? Do you have a beat? I mean, what is the process for you guys?
Yeah, typically we'll start with a beat. Yeah. I like it because it'll kind of give me a key to start the song in and like a vibe and, like a feeling. So I kind of start there, and then like the song kind of gave me the vibe of like, for some reason, just like repeating mistakes that you've made and you're kind of like stuck in this cycle, where you're like, I'm not going to do it again, but I did type deal, So I mean, that song really flowed pretty fast for me. I wrote that chorus in like probably 10 minutes. And like, because if I spend too much time on something, I'm like, this isn't hitting right. Like he was saying earlier, we try to keep it simple. And like, if you're thinking too hard, you're veering off course, So I feel like that one came quick and it was pretty natural. And then yeah, I showed it to Eddie, and then he wrote all of his parts too. And then
just hopped on the
yeah, and then when we were recording it, the guy that was recording us, his girlfriend is Eliza Grace, and she was like just in the studio chilling, and she's very talented. And we were just like, yeah, we should put like a female vocal on this track. And she did her thing. I mean, she
like
snapped on that.
Yeah, like 15 minutes.
Yeah, the whole writing process was really, really smooth on that track for sure.
I was going to say, because when you see a featured artist, I'm like, all right, maybe they knew this person, they've known him for a while, but literally you guys were in the studio making it, and it's one of the producer's girlfriends at the time.
Yeah. And she was just like really good. And like, I mean, she has like a career, and like does music and everything, but that was like the first time we had met her, but we were like, yeah, she's really good. We should definitely like
just
get
worked
her on
out
this.
like super smooth.
It was crazy.
Was feeling the track, and I think it was like cool because like when he had came up with the vocals and showed everyone like the cadence and his harmonies he was gonna do. It like had us excited because we have. I mean, like a lot of our stuff is like we kind of go heavy as far as I'm concerned when it comes to like how we mix the types of with the metal and like the type of hip hop sound, how we try to fuse it and what we're like going for specifically when you're talking about those two genres. But at the same time, some of our tracks like Burn One on our first album is like a little bit of like a smoother one. And Adam has real like nice layered vocals on there. I did a little libs in the back, but like a lot of people just like those kind of smoother vibe tracks too. So we were like, oh, let's like shake it up and show them like a different kind of style that we can do that maybe people haven't even heard from us yet. So and so far, obviously, it's been received really well. So
it has. It's coming together.
We'll probably get some more of those to you guys soon.
Yeah.
So what do we have? I mean, obviously tour. So what's in store for 2022? What do you guys want to do?
Definitely want to tour a lot. I mean, we have some European plans kind of going. We have a show in the Czech Republic, a festival, Fodge Fest, I believe it's called. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but yeah, that'll be super cool. We're kind of trying to build a tour around that, and like in parts of Germany too. But yeah, lots of touring. I know that's on the books. And also just getting out new music, trying to make new content, keep it interesting, really just try to keep it interactive for the fans. I mean, we want to meet new people and really build the brand as a whole, and we just want to get in front of more eyeballs and build relationships and, have fun in the process. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We're into it, like I was saying before.
Doing a lot.
Like we're into a lot of different things.
We are.
So the music is like, it's so cool because it's the foundation of everything else going on. So when you get into the band and you start diving in, and as our catalog grows, and we're still like super new, so it's really fun right now for people because we can interact with everyone and get back that messages and do all these things. So we're just trying to bring in as many people as we can, but then we're also going to start expanding the styles that we can do as a band, as well as, I'm saying, I got solo music that I'm working on that I think a lot of people are going to like, and it's going to just show them a different facet of things I can do that also reflect well upon the band and make you come back to the band and be like, oh, it's cool to hear Eddie like this, and then hear him like that. And then same with Adam, he's been working on a whole lot of things with himself and other bands that are really dope that we got features coming with, and just a lot of things are happening. So just stay tuned because we are busy, and I'm really excited. Next year is going to be crazy, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna lead into that question, but you kind of answered it. I mean, on top of that, do you guys also want to get into, I mean, as you expand the brand, like, I mean, it could be fashion, it could be movies, it could be, I mean, just like really get out there with expanding yourselves.
Yeah.
Off top, like, let me just say, I'm definitely trying to be, we got Adam and Rob definitely gonna do some voice acting because they're both such good characters and they can do like a lot of different voices.
We can,
So
yeah.
I want to
Love
see
it.
them in commercials,
That'd
in
be tight. I would
cartoons.
love that.
I'm writing an anime, so I'm working on that and trying to get a comic book together and do different things with that. And we got all these things that's like just expanding outside of the band. That again, it's gonna come right back to the music because of the way that we're like intricately kind of planning how to combine the things. So it's not blatant, but when you get into it, then you start to notice these little things and it just makes it like that much more of a crazy experience. You know, it's like meta, it's like the blockchain, you know, digital crypto coins. People don't really understand it yet, but they're starting to catch on. And as soon as the more and more it just gets bigger and bigger. And we're kind of trying to think about the music in the same way and how there's different ways you can market it and everything, you know what I mean? Into clothes, into books, into movies, whatever. We just wait, man. One day you gonna have the Dropout Kings movie coming out. It's gonna be crazy. You don't even know.
I can tell by the energy. Honestly, I can tell by the energy. Like you guys have so much going on that's just gonna happen. Like, you just have that raw, natural, good energy. So I'm excited for it as well.
I appreciate you, man.
that,
You know,
man.
Suburban Noise. We on the label, bro. It's been great. It's really doing wonders for our band, and we're just trying to keep expanding. Like I said, through the music, we've made good relationships. Got a lot of art on the way. Dropout Kings, Glitch Gang, Floral Swords. That's just the beginning, y'all. Gotta stay tuned, man, for real.
We are ready for 2022 and beyond. And you know, real quick, you know, one of the things you talked about marketing, and Adam, you're in the marketing, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, what's like, you know, top 3 things if there's a new artist watching this right now that they should just have in line ready to go? You know, should it be socials, music, obviously, but like, what should they be doing?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not on TikTok, you're sleeping and you're behind the curve. You know, I mean, there's tons of brands and labels throwing like lots of money at these guys and girls that are on TikTok, you know, and all these content creators and stuff. And, you know, I think a lot of things that independent artists miss out on is, you know, they need to show more of their personality. Of like your content doesn't just have to be your music, you know, it can be other things. Like, do you like movies? Do you like playing Super Smash Brothers? Like, maybe you can like work that content together and make content that's fun. And also people are like, hey, I like this guy because he streams, you know what I mean? And like, I love the games that he plays, you know, and that's another stream of income for you with that, you know. And also it's keeping you in the mix with people, you know. It's you're not just like a one trick pony. So like, I would say, you know, have a TikTok, you know, batch content, you know, like instead of making a video, posting it, making a video, post it, make like 10 videos, and then now you're ahead of it rather than behind it. And then also, yeah, just having like an infrastructure, making sure your ads are optimized with like your Facebook pixel and conversion events, you know, like those things are important. And, you know, have fun with it and be you know, because that's ultimately the thing that's going to create super fans of you.
There we go. Good advice. Very good advice.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, Adam, Eddie, we appreciate you guys taking the time today.
Thanks
we look forward to the tour in February. Maybe when you guys are back out on the road, we can do this again and catch up.
Oh, would love to.
Let's get
it. Maybe one day we can come in person at some point.
You know, maybe we can get some snowboards and we can take you up to some snow.
I'm super down.
I'm down.
I'm probably gonna fall a lot, but
it's fine. Instead we need to make content, I will have my TikTok out filming you falling the entire time.
I bet the fans will let us, you know. I'm down.
All right, we appreciate you taking the time. Dropout Kings, Devil's Playground is the song, and we will see you on tour in 2022.